Welcome back to Fred Talk. I am your host, Freddie Valoy. I am here with a very special guest. This man, one time, I was walking down the street doing one of my aimless walks, and my man Paul, aka Malibu P, before I even knew him, stopped me. You stopped me. That was like, I love that, man. One, I just love dudes that are comfortable to complimenting another man, especially when you don't know him. So that was very cool. And that's actually a moment I think about when I'm feeling, because you know how it is with the artist brain.
Word, bro.
Yeah, during low confidence moments, I'm like, oh, he stopped me. There's like 4 or 5 things I'll think about to help me be like, nah, I got it, bro. Let me just keep going. You know, mistakes are part of the process. When I'm being hard on myself, I think about that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. And right before I hit record, you started talking about you thought that consciousness would develop on its own, and then you realized that you had to put the work. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, you meet people who are 30, 40, and they're, got the minds of an infant.
Oh.
You know, I remember being 10 and thinking like, yo, when I'm 16, I'm going to be thinking different. When I'm 13, I'm going to be thinking different. When I'm 30, in a few days, right, I'm going to be feeling different, thinking different. And it just turns out that's not necessarily the case unless you put the work in. The work in being like learning how to regulate your emotions, or learning that like that voice inside your head isn't really even you for real.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
you're witnessing it.
Yeah.
You know?
When did you realize this? Like, what was the event where you were like,
man, my mom, shout out to my mom, love her. She got me this book about Tiger Woods when I was a freshman in high school.
yeah.
But it was about how he meditated.
Ooh.
Like on the golf course. So I started doing this exercise because I was like not an emotionally stable person on the inside. I was kind of like masking all the time that I was okay, but like there was this like thing going on internally.
Yeah.
And it affected the way I could perform in certain areas with sports, music, whatever. And so like she got me this book, and one of the exercises is taking an inhale and exhaling. You count 1 on the inhale, 2 on the exhale. But the game is, if you let yourself follow the thoughts, you got to start over. You got to be honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do this, bro. I couldn't even get past 3, or I forget that I was counting.
Yep.
And that made me recognize like, oh shit, there's a space between me and the thoughts. And that tripped me out. That's when things started to kind of change mentally.
Why did it trip you out?
Because I thought that voice was me all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though, you know, now I realize like I could feel myself witnessing it.
Yes.
But like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm thinking that this is going to happen. This is like so real, dude. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's a mirage.
Do you practice meditation like regularly?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I love that. Same here. I feel like meditating, you know, regularly, it could be like 3 times a week, 4 times a week, whatever.
Yeah.
It gives you that extra second or two to like think, which I feel like when it comes to emotions, that shit is like, it's an eternity. It's more than enough time to save, like, you know, to save yourself.
That's the truth. I find, I feel the effects like in my professional, like day job. Cause I'm in sales. So you get put in these situations where someone says something wild, or like they're telling you, no, we can't, we don't have any more money, right? Like whatever it is. And my go-to is deep breath, or like I ask a question, they're not answering. I'm like, okay, I'm going to 3 deep breaths this, and either a new idea is going to come in or you're going to answer. Like it gives you that space, like you said.
Yeah.
It's harder in more personal moments. Usually I do catch myself. I think maybe my family or my girlfriend might say, well, like you're batting 30%. That's still Hall of Fame numbers for real.
It is. Especially, I feel like the paradox with humans too is like we treat the people closest to us see the worst sides of us, especially like with
facts, bro.
Yeah, with a girlfriend. Because which I guess is par for the course, which I think should give people the more responsibility to like work on themselves, so you don't take your day out on someone, or like, you know, act a fool or whatever with the person you're living with, or the person that you spend the most time with. But it's crazy how the people that are closest to you, typically they'll see the worst parts. Like,
yeah, it's something about, because you're close to me, I feel like you must feel how I'm feeling. You should know.
Oh gosh,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you should know that like this thing really bothers me. But it's like the same way that voice in your head isn't real, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like no one has telepathy.
Yeah.
Right? Like you got to learn how to communicate. And one thing I find myself saying is like, my girlfriend and I will say, yo, we got to give each other a lot of grace. The same grace we would give like a stranger because we care about people.
Yes.
We have to extend even more to each other.
Yeah.
You know, like, and really cultivate that safe space for me to, you know, be able to take a deep breath, or for me to be like, oh, I really don't like this, and feel safe to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I love that, because I feel like that grace is important for like when you're on that team, in a relationship. I feel like the grace helps. It gives your partner the chance to be an asshole a little bit, but you're in a good place to be like, hey, I've been an asshole before. I've been where she is. So let me give her, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And it's also like, I'm mad, or I'm being an asshole, or I'm feeling whatever these things are. But because this is a safe space, you know that it's not to hurt you or to attack you or anything like that. It might just be a feeling.
Yeah.
You know, and it took me a while even to get to that point, because just the way I kind of came up was zip, shove that thing down in your stomach and keep it moving. You know what I mean? I've had my girl literally look at me and be like, I don't care if you're mad. Just tell me how you fucking feel. And I'm like, no, that's how I used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like really afraid to let that out. But you know, luckily she's super patient and it's like, let's cultivate this space so you can start to let your emotions out. And what I found out, you know, kind of happened for me personally was, as I did that, you know, like I started wearing different clothes. I started eating different food. I started like stepping out in different ways.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I felt like, oh, I can be myself, or whatever it is.
So you were closer to or achieving like true expression.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so how did you work on that? What was the work that you did?
You need to have someone, if you're with some people and they can really like see you, like be okay to listen to it. Yeah. That was the first step. You know, when you've got someone who's like, I know based on the things around you and the things you say you like you'll really dig this, or like you should be going for this. I had to like really consider, okay, what if they're being for real? Like, because if you're lying to yourself all the time, you really can't check in with yourself sometimes.
No, and then to your point, if you're lying to yourself way too much, then you'll surround yourself around people that are also lying to you, because that'll be a reflection of how you're feeling inside. So I love that you surround yourself with like believable people that can call you out respectfully when you're losing your way, which we all do from time to time.
100%. And then it's like small stuff. So I'm the type, I go to the same restaurants, I order the same thing, you know what I mean? And it's like, yo, just if you try something new, it's not like you're never going to eat again, right? Like if you go to some new activity and you don't like it, there's still something awesome within that like moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, maybe the thing was not fun, but you know, you learn this new thing, or like you had this experience with someone and you get to riff on it later, like whatever it is, like just take baby steps. So one of the things for me was boxing.
Oh, nice, dude. That is a great thing to start. I'm all about men, especially as we get older, doing new things and making sure those things are like difficult. So like, yeah, boxing's great. How's that going for you?
It's awesome. Shout out to Randy. Knuckle Up.
Oh,
that's my safe space.
Dude, I know Randy. Yeah. Hell
he's one of the best people ever, bro. Like for me personally. But boxing is crazy, bro. Like the girl I was with before, you know, she had actually bought me some like wraps or whatever. Like because I had indicated in some way that I was interested in this thing. I never went.
Oh, really?
I never went, bro. And so, you know, break up, whatever. And I'm like, bro, I need something to do. Everything was shut down in COVID. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm seeing Randy on TV like, you're going to have to come shut me down. So I'm like, let me go rock with my boy. Let me see what's going on. And for whatever reason, man, it was like once I finally got punched in the face, because I was like, yo, if I'm gonna do this, like I need to spar and do some other stuff. Once I felt that punch in the face and then looked and I didn't see a clock. Like I played basketball and like other sports. I was like, bro, I can't call timeout. Oh, I can't go out of bounds. I have to keep, like, it's cliche. I have to keep rolling with these punches.
Yeah.
Like I got to keep.
That's fine.
I got to go. What? That switched something in my brain to where I was like, yo, nothing is really going to be worse than a concussion. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing's really going to be worse than like my nose bleeding and I'm hurting and I still got to go. So then I could start taking smaller steps, you know, in other areas. That's why I noticed my music became like way more personal. Like my relationships with people.
Yeah.
I was like taking more risk.
Because you had already taken the risk by doing boxing. So
Yeah.
Nice.
And dude. I guess in my mind too, bro, as I sit here and think about it, I guess the worst thing in my mind was like getting beat up. Maybe that was the thing I was like the most afraid of. So then you go get beat up. And it's like, oh, Randy's not kicking me out the gym? Like everybody's still showing me love? Damn, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, that's crazy. So
yeah, combat sports are great for learning how to like deal with loss, mistake, and it's just you out there. There's no
it's just you, bro.
You can't blame it on your team. You can't blame it on a ref.
Nothing.
For the most part. Like, yeah, if it's just you, like I wrestled, same thing. If I got pinned, that was on me.
It was you, bro.
If I gassed out, that means I wasn't breathing right or I wasn't training hard enough.
Bro.
Whatever, man. So you were in a 5-year relationship. What did you learn about yourself during those? Because that's a chunk of time. That is, bro. That yes,
it's a chunk of time.
What did you learn about yourself in those 5 years?
What did I learn about myself, bro? What I can say about that is, at the end, I learned that you have to be honest with who you are, bro. And if you're not honest with who you are, then you could be putting a bunch of people through disservice.
Oh, damn. Yeah. So how do you know if you're being honest with yourself? How do you, like, just you personally, how do you check yourself to make sure that you're being honest with yourself?
You know, I said the voice in your head isn't real, but there is something that's like witnessing this voice in your head.
Yeah.
You know, I saw somebody do an exercise. It's like close your fist and think the thoughts, open your fist. Your fist isn't opening. Mm-hmm. Like that thing that's holding the fist closed, that's who you really are. Like,
oh, damn.
Deep in there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I check in with that and we talk about meditation. Mm-hmm. So as I sit and I meditate and I see all the thoughts going by, sometimes I might review a thing and I'm like, okay, I am reviewing this thing that's in front of my face and I can just feel. Like, how does that make me feel?
Yeah.
You know, so I try to put myself in situations nowadays where it's like, do I like this thing? Like, let's just give it a chance and then review it later in my heart.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I guess that's how I like check in with myself.
All right. So what's a relationship red flag and a green flag for you?
Oh man. Damn, what's a red flag? I would say I'm gonna start with a green flag.
Nice.
A green flag is someone who will look you dead in your eyes, right? And tell you, like, based on things that you've said that you want to do or that you're passionate about, they're looking at you and they're like, yo, I see you doing this and I'm proud of you. Like, what can I do to help facilitate this more? Or even like seeing you do that makes me feel amazing.
Yeah.
That's the biggest green flag. You know what I'm saying? One. Like right now, my girlfriend, I'm reviewing the footage of like this performance we just did. Mm-hmm. Right. And shout out to my boy Nigel on the camera. There are clips where you can see her in the crowd. Right. And I really haven't seen her smile that big before.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
so awesome.
You know what I'm saying? And here, and I can tell you straight up, bro, like I've sat and seen those thoughts in my head, like, bro, she doesn't even fuck with my music for real. Like I don't even think she likes this, or I can't tell. And I have to be like, bro, even if that's the case, you do.
Yeah.
So that's number one.
Yeah.
Right? Why are you placing all that pressure on an external thing?
Yeah.
But then to see it, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't believe, like, oh my God. Like, really?
Bro, that shit gave me the warm and fuzzies, bro. That's awesome. It's so funny you say that too, because like you know, your brain giving you the negative thoughts, and like you said, you thought the stuff that wasn't real was like, oh, she don't even fuck with the music like that. I understand that when someone gives you a compliment, you're like, she's just saying that because she's my girl.
Facts.
And she feels like she needs to. Like when you're in those weird periods of creating, dude, that's a great green flag, bro. That's because that green flag tells me that it's based on you acting authentically.
Yes.
Because when you're being true to yourself and you're being authentic, one, you, like you said, you feel it, but then through doing that, you're inspiring the people closest to you to not only be happy, but maybe also start their own thing and like chase their stuff. So that's a great green flag.
That shine your light quote, I think it's Maya Angelou, or maybe it's like Nelson Mandela, whoever Instagram attributes it to. Like if you shine
think
your
Tupac
light,
said it too.
Yeah, right. Kodak Black as well.
That's better. I like that one.
When you shine your light, you allow other people to shine theirs. And I used to read that and be like, bruh, come on, give me something to use. But it's like, yo, I see you going out doing your thing, right? Like when I shouted you out, I saw you at the clubs. I saw you on Instagram, and I'm like, bruh, like he here in Raleigh, he's nice. Like I could maybe, I could check in with me and like do something cool. Like two of my best friends opened up a business, Meat and Graze. It's a charcuterie business out of Durham. Fantastic. They jumped off the porch, bro, and they have success.
That's awesome.
I have no want or desire to run anything in the restaurant or food world, but I am like excited because they're showing me, yo, you can do what you want to do.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I don't covet the thing, but I do covet like when I look around and stuff like, yo, you're doing what you want to do, fam. Like, yeah, me too.
That's awesome, dude. You're a great man. That feeling of watching someone else succeed and then getting jacked up like, oh shit, I can do that too. As opposed to, man, fuck them, bro. I knew them when they were fucking, you know, that's the weird one because if I talk about this with a few people, in a lot of my friend group, I've been kind of the fuck up, the free spirit, just kind of chaotic. And when some people in a friend group that ain't vibing right and they see you start coming up, they still want you to be that fuck up so that they can validate themselves. So the come up for them is very uncomfortable, and they'll start bringing out old shit where you're like, I remember when you did this. I'm like, how you comparing me from 15 years ago?
Yeah,
that's insane.
Heavy.
Like to compare me from me a year ago is like that's a whole different person.
Different people for real.
Yeah, when you start to do well, you can see who's really by your side or not. Like,
yeah, that's been interesting. I mean, I think maybe in a year from now, I could maybe empathize with that a little bit more, right? Because I've been holding a lot of stuff back. So this is the year of me, like every moment doing my best to put stuff out.
That's awesome.
So right now, everyone is still like, yeah, do your thing, man. You got it. You know, that's, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, you could do it. I think this time next year, whether it's me being in New York because I got a show and I'm tapping in with you, maybe doing another Fred Talk.
I would love to. Yes,
I'll
if you're ever
like,
in New York, let me know. Yeah,
a couple of my boys were like, "Yo, I know you got this on the radio or whatever, but bro, I remember when you couldn't start on the team." Like,
yeah.
Okay, I'm not a hooper.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, bro, you knew that then.
Yeah.
Like, come on. So, nah, it's crazy, bro. You know what? Speaking of authentic, fam, about like people being in your circle, like you do remember the people in the past who were right about how you actually felt deep inside. And that's another thing I used to check in with because it's like you don't really forget, right? Bro, I had this chorus teacher and I was like, obviously I'm sitting here, I'm doing music, like we're acting, we're doing skits, we're doing all this stuff, which is basically drama and chorus.
Yes.
Right? In high school or middle school, right? I'm sitting there like, yeah, I have a love for sports and basketball and all this other stuff, but like I deep inside, none of my peoples knows this, but like I be in my room like really having a concert to myself, imagining everybody out, really just like vibing and dancing to the music. Like that's just the thing I wanted.
Yeah.
And my chorus teacher was like, "Yo, you're amazing at singing. You're way better at singing than anything I've seen you do on the basketball court." I'm like, bitch, I'm Kobe. What are you talking about? Like, and what's crazy is I wish I could go back in time and just check in with myself and be like, bro, no, you're hearing that wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you might be the Kobe of the thing you like to do for real.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and it's like the people who give me that feeling she gave me is a way I can check in with myself of like, this is an authentic person and I'm being authentic with myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she looked me dead in the eyes, pulled me out of class. While I'm in my tracksuit, we had a home game. I'm the captain. I'm the captain of the team, and I average 4 points a game. Like, what the fuck?
But you captain though.
But I'm the captain. It's like one of my boys that went to school should have been the captain. I should have been the captain of freaking Les Mis.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I'm saying? We all could have been player together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But it's like, yo, I'm here now.
Yeah,
so
dude.
It's cool.
So, what's a relationship red flag that you've learned over your experience?
Man, a red flag. Damn. I've been with some really good women, bro.
That's
I'm not even
awesome.
gonna front.
That's awesome.
Really, I'm the red flag. You know, because think about it. Like, if you're not really being authentic,
yeah,
you're putting people through some weird stuff.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You're putting and I'm not gonna like dog myself or anything. I don't think I'm a bad guy. But it's like, if you're with someone who's lying to themselves about things they like, or they're not ready to like step out, or, you know, now they're insecure about going out with these people and like shit like that. Like, bro, that's kind of me. So I guess I'm taking your question the wrong way, actually, because you're just asking a red flag in general. And I'm like putting it all on the girls I've been with.
Oh,
partners.
yeah. No.
So I can say for me, right? So one of the red flags I've done is like really being insecure. And I know that's broad, but it's like, if you're not being authentic with yourself, how could you be secure with yourself and your surroundings?
No, I think that's a good one, because I think that's a common one for dudes today. We like, first, like the whole fragile masculinity thing. A lot of people clown it, but I see it a lot. I see, yeah, it's like dudes, not like, more men don't try new things when they get older because they're set in their ways. They found the things they're good at, and they never want to tarnish the image.
Why do you think that is, bro?
It could be, you know, I guess society's pressure on men to be strong or whatever. Thanks. And like failure can be, to the uninitiated, failure can be looked at as like a mark, almost like a scar. And I don't think I don't know.
I used to feel like that.
Same here. It's like rejection sensitivity. It's like, you don't want to fuck up. You don't want to make mistakes.
Rejection sensitivity.
Yeah.
So my therapist has said some shit like that.
Yeah. It's one of those. And then like, so I've been repeating to myself recently, like, yo, mistakes are fun, especially for a comedian, like, or for creatives in general. Like, mistakes are that's where we could find some shit to like twist and create with. So anytime I fuck up, I'm just like, I'm way better at laughing it off. And it's made me be way kinder to myself, and it's allowed me to give, like, I have more energy because I'm not constantly beating myself up now.
That's real.
I would say about a year-ish ago was when I really hit this new level. I had a crazy breakthrough in therapy, and now I'm just like, yo, mistakes are fun. Let's go out and make some mistakes. Let's go.
Facts.
Like, yeah, dude. It's so adopting that, like, that motto has helped me a bunch.
I guess too, like, being super goal oriented instead of like process oriented makes mistakes feel really scary, because it's
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was just
there's this lecture, bro. It's called "Greatness Cannot Be Planned."
Mm-hmm.
Like, legit. I need you to. I will text this to you afterwards.
Yeah,
it's just coming into my brain now. Long story short, this doctor was tasked to create creativity in AI.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And in his findings, like, I'll summarize this really quick. He found that, like, to really get creativity, it's about like picking up stepping stones, or like picking up novelty. So it's like, you should figure out like the things that are novel to you and your own personal ego and collect them.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe see what you have here together and put something together, instead of like oh, I'm definitely gonna hit like this mark. A good example, that was a terrible explanation. But he's like, like 90% of people on Tinder don't get in a relationship.
Oh, damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if the objective is to get in a relationship and you get on the thing that's supposed to get you a relationship, that's like an issue with objective planning, right? Whereas like if you're really just searching for novelty, you might be in the grocery store. Ooh. And then you see somebody like, dang, they're getting the whatever thing from the fresh market.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Let me go talk to them. And then you're with them, right? Or another good example was the actual building of the computer. So like a really important aspect of the personal computer in the 70s is the vacuum tube. Mm-hmm. Bro, if you go back to when the vacuum tube was invented in like 17 whatever and showed them a computer, they wouldn't be able to build a computer from that point. It's like so many other stepping stones that are needed in between. So it'd be better for you to just like go search for things that are novel, have fun in the search, right? Like that's the real goal, is to like be doing the novel things that you just like. And you look up one day and you're like, damn, man.
Yeah.
This is dope.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love like, I had a joke in my act. I don't say it anymore. But I talk about how I cured my anxiety by just going back to things from my childhood. Because that's when you're unadulterated. As a child, you do shit because it's just fun. There's no money. You're not worried about what people think. You're coloring, you're drawing, whatever. So I started literally going back. I went back to reading comic books, riding my skateboard and shit. And then the punchline is, jerking off to my best friend's mom. We
had a similar childhood.
Yeah, bro. But the way it started was like a real thing. I was depressed and I was like, I got to do just like stuff that's just like fun. And I feel like that's one of those things, like you're doing it for the sake of like your own personal enjoyment. Like we talked about earlier, like as a musician, and a comedian myself, we both started out like copying what we thought like what a musician or a comedian should do, or performing for what we think the crowd wants to hear.
I was singing Wagon Wheel, bro.
Oh, well, I mean,
it's a hard song. Yeah, it's a hard song, bro. It's a hard song, but damn, bro, like that wasn't an original thought of mine.
True. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. That there is. That's.
I'm going to the places. I'm like, oh, they really fuck with Wagon Wheel.
Yeah,
they like that. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll learn it. Where now it's like, this song I'm about to play, I've been listening to it for a year or 6 months or whatever. I jam it. I love it.
Nice.
I really hope you do too. But if not, I'm about to dance here on stage.
So how does it differ from Wagon Wheel? Like what? Like because you told me that your music has shifted to more like you said, what you like, something you could bop to. It sounds like. So what's the difference? What's been the shift for you?
So, man, I think, in that 5-year relationship or whatever, I quit playing music a bunch. And I don't know if it was like me thinking, I was really just thinking externally, like thinking about what other people were thinking. I got to be this guy. I got to go work at this company. I got to go do these things. And before that, right, I was really just playing everywhere downtown, playing guitar. In the beginning, when I was playing guitar, it was more like, okay, these are the crowds I'm going to be around. These are the types of things I should try to do. It was like less about me and more about what I was going to get out of them. Right? So going through an unmasking, so to speak, you go through a breakup, you finally get punched in the face and you realize like, damn, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So I'm like, yo, let me tap into me. Like when I'm listening to other music that I really, really enjoy, it's not the same thing that I was going out to go and play. Now I love music. So really it's going to be tough for me not to like something. Yeah. Right. But like the level of like is actually love now. Like I love the stuff that I do, but it's because I'm like checking in with me first, like, yo, I always wanted to hear somebody do something like this on a joint.
That's all.
And now I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like an iterative process. I know because like you're workshopping jokes. Yeah. So it's like I don't really get mad at my attempts.
That's a passive superpower, bro. That's awesome.
I'm not getting mad. Like, one, I go into the studio and I'm like, yeah, this is a hit to me already. So it helps.
Yeah.
It helps that I'm already thinking the idea is good. And then, like, I literally enjoy, let's set up the mic. Let's, listen to the playback. Let's add effects. Like, I love all of those things too. So even if the end, it's a dud and I just paid $1,100 in the studio, it's like, bro, it was still kind of fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's really been the new process. And I think my music is, for me, I enjoy it way more.
That's great. So tell me what exactly you're like, how does a musician come up with music? Because I love music. Like, I have a weird playlist or whatever, but I don't see
a weird playlist.
Yeah, I got like
what's the weird playlist?
I got like Brazilian jazz, I got trap music, I got 90s
Brazilian jazz.
What is it? I do a bossa nova.
Bro,
I haven't listened in a minute.
Bro.
I throw on bossa nova on Pandora, bro.
Yeah.
Obviously the girl from Ipanema, like that like, dude,
just got chills, bro. That's a top 10 song for me.
Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome.
All
dude,
versions.
I used to listen to that song in college, right? And I would be studying because my last semester of college, I took 18 credit hours. I was waking up at 4 a.m. because I was fighting as well. I was a cage fighter. So I would wake up to do my homework.
Holy shit.
So that I could go drive 30 minutes to Winston-Salem. I was in Greensboro. Train, come back, then work at the restaurant at night. And I would listen to music like bossa nova style, and I thought it was very fancy and like whatever. And I would be like, yo, one day I'm going to have a nice house. I'm going to be listening to this. I'm going to be pouring me a nice glass of red wine. And a few years ago, I was with my ex-girl now, but I was like, oh shit. I was like, I'm doing it, bro.
I'm doing the thing.
I'm listening to
I got to tap you up on that, bro. I got to tap you up on that, bro. Girl from Ipanema.
Yeah.
It's just one of them ones.
Bro, it's so nice.
One of them ones, bro.
Dude, some people, I'll be playing it and they'll be like, this is like elevator music. I'm like, well, I don't give a fuck what it is.
Hey,
this shit.
Hey, what does Ozone call some of my music, bro? Fucking elevator music, man. Because I love it. I love it, bro. I love it. Like, the girl from Ipanema, you got like Sergio Mendes,
Santo Getz or something.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
He's another one. Yeah,
Getz. You've got Astrid Gilberto.
That's a yes. Oh yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
I mean, she's like a top 15 artist for me, for real. Her and Sergio, I put them together.
Yeah.
Right. I like. It's just bum bum bum. Bum, 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 bum. Like, and I don't speak Portuguese.
Nope.
Like, I don't speak any of it, but it's just like, it gives me this like visceral reaction of like, this is something. That's why I love music, man, because I still can't explain it.
That's yeah. Because another one, Edith Piaf.
Piaf.
Yeah, she does La Vie en Rose.
Ooh.
I think she's the original.
Something.
When you listen to her music, it sounds like it's being played in some like 1920s like horn shit. I like that old.
Now, see, I'm not a big fan of big band.
No?
Because horns are just so abrasive to me.
Yeah, they can be like, yeah.
My mom and dad both really love brass.
Okay.
And maybe I got some like inner stuff with that. Like, maybe I got some inner stuff, but like I like bass, a female alto voice, like a lower register woman's voice.
Oh, lower register. Okay.
Yeah. So like alto, it's like Astrid Gilberto. Like, she's not singing the Mariah Carey notes.
Yeah.
Like, I can sing her records, not as well as her, but like I can hit those notes.
Yeah.
And then just give me the bass and some percussion.
So
that's it.
In that vein, for me, I like deep house. I like I like that, like,
I'm getting
bass,
into house,
the beats, and then like crisp, clean vocals. I don't know where that is on a scale of whatever, but that's another thing. I listen to like anime intros, anime outros.
Anime goes hard, bro. Intro wise,
it's so hard, bro.
Yeah.
Leg day. I'm listening to like, not the fucking Naruto pain theme or whatever. Yeah.
Now look, I can't say I'm a real anime head. Really, I'm a stereotype. Like, I just watch Dragon Ball Z for real. Like, I just watch this shit over and over and over again.
I'm okay with that.
Because it's that legit. Bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's that legit. And I could seriously listen to a Vegeta speech on repeat.
Are you caught up with Dragon Ball Super?
Yeah, I even started watching YouTubes of people reading comic books.
Oh my dude, that's great. Somebody explaining to me the comic book so I get the gist of it, and then I can have conversations.
3-hour YouTubes, bro. Shout out to remote work policy and COVID.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, yeah.
They're going through all of them. But look, I want to show you this. So this is my top 10 for 2022, bro.
Oh shit. Oh, João Gilberto. Bro,
That's
dude.
what I'm saying, fam.
Bro.
With Future right there.
Yes, yeah, dude. Future's awesome.
Yeah, that oh blah blah.
Yo,
oh my god.
Yeah,
bro.
people are like, yo, Future's toxic. I'm like, he is honest about who he is.
Facts. I'm cool with that.
Yep. That any woman that gets involved with him and gets whatever, that's
Listen
on
to the
you.
record.
He does not deny anything. So, but sometimes people are like, I can't believe you listen to Future. He's toxic. I'm like, no, he's authentic. I'll take somebody that is morally a little bit less if they're honest than someone who's like full of shit and pretend like it's
That's
like
real.
Yeah, like yeah.
I can't. Here's the thing. Thinking about like the Brazilian music we listen to, there's a space in our minds that's like, I don't even care what language this is. It's doing something for me.
Yeah.
Right. And so like with Future, especially sonically, melodically, it's doing something. He could be speaking gibberish, and there's some songs where he is.
Bro, you just connected an awesome thing because people talk about, oh, mumble rappers, you can't even. And I challenge them. I'm like, there's no way at least the beat don't get you where you're like, okay, like you can't hate it all. Like
Right.
people are like, I like my lyrics to have a story. And it's like, there's
Go
room.
read a book, bruh.
Thank you. There's room.
Go
for,
read poetry.
Like, are you, unless your room's lined with Dostoevsky and these crazy philosophers, all like everybody has a little bit of room for trash, whether it's reality TV, whether it's
And trash is subjective.
Yes. Yeah,
It's
dude.
so subjective, bro.
Yeah, but that's a really cool connection you made with like mumble rap almost being like its own language.
Different language.
Which is why I don't give a fuck that like I'm not listening for like to learn a lesson. I'm trying to like get hype right now. Like,
Right.
Kodak Black, the way he raps, I like it. The way he like that.
Yeah,
I like
it's something about it, bro.
Yeah.
I like this new record from Kodak. It's like he literally just repeats walk, 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 walk.
And it goes hard?
Spin, spin, spin. I was in San Francisco, literally walked outside of the hotel just to go listen to that in my beats and walk around the block.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, because it did something. And I really still can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm addicted to that. I'm addicted to what music does for me personally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's like on the spectrum and like all the other stuff, but like it does something.
So like when you create, like when you like,
Yeah, because you
like,
asked me how I make songs and shit.
yes. So like, cause I'm fascinated by you guys. Cause I feel like you guys could hear like a can fall down the stairs and you're like, hold up. What was that? What was that sound like? Hold on, I'm like, oh, that's cool as shit.
Yeah,
Like,
nah, it's funny. I think about like we're talking about being younger, like the fire drills, right? And people are like, I hate the noise, and I'd be like, this could be a little player for real. You know what I mean? Like start making beats off of that. Go ahead.
So if you had to paint a picture for like a non-musical person on how you take in the fire drill and can see the potential for what it could be, what is it? What does that look like? You think?
Man,
I know this was tough, but
no. So the good thing is I record all of my ideas, like I was saying, on the Apple Watch.
Yeah.
So I get to go review the process. The process is I get an input, which maybe like a few years ago I'll be playing guitar and just be playing notes that I think sound good. Right now it's like I'm getting instrumentals and beats and songs from people, and I'm just listening to them. As soon as, here's the thing, I had to learn to not be so selfish with like what I thought it was supposed to be, and just let something happen. So we could hear a beat and I might be like literally that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, I kind of want to repeat that. Like, I want to hear that again. So I do it again. And then I'll go back, listen to the recording of me mumbling, making weird noises, tapping something to get the cadence or whatever it is. And then I look at it like clay and start to chip away.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, that mumble where I was like, sounded like me and my friends, right? And it's like, I am not selfish. I am not here trying to put a theme or word on anything. Now I'm like rediscovering it. I'm like, well, it sounds like I was saying this. Let's see. I guess I got to go with it. I've listened to stuff. I came up with a song, bro, and we got the footage. It's on my Instagram. I came up with a song called Tired of the Weed.
Ooh.
And I came up with this song, listening to this beat. You ever watch Succession?
Yes.
On HBO?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like if Kendall, the main character, right? It's like a piano, because they start with a piano in the song,
Yep.
but then it's got like some Metro Boomin drums behind it. And I remember hearing it, I was like, bro, this sounds like Succession. Like, I could make something that will be on this show. I couldn't think of anything good. I was like trying. I was being selfish. Or I wanted to be like this thing. And then I'm just sitting there listening to it, and it just came out. I was like, man, I'm sort of getting tired of weed. Sort of getting tired of things I used to think I always used to need. I'm sort of getting tired of drugs.
I just got chills.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, what is this? I can't believe what I just said. Like, that's crazy. Oh my God, my watch is on. I recorded it, right?
Yeah.
I go to the studio, we lay it down, and there's footage of me, shout out to Nigel again, fucking smoking blunts, singing, sort of getting tired of weed, because it's like I'm not being selfish with that end result. I just like the process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
being selfish with where you think it's going to go, bro, is going to rob you of like where it should actually be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a trippy thing. I'm getting better about it though.
Yeah, it's like honing it. There's never like a destination. You just kind of get better at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what is it? Like not controlling it, like people if I make a joke on the spot, I'm trying to like relate it to something I'm familiar with. People be like, "Oh, you thought of that quick." I'm like, "No. I just realized like the best thing for me to do is just be present and listen, and I don't actually think about it. It just pops in my head."
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. That's where that's where I feel like the true creativity lies. It's like,
Yeah.
it sounds kind of gay saying it, but like we're like a vessel for like something else that's
that's
oh, you're
real,
being
bro.
present. Here's your gift.
Here it is.
Boom. Here's that idea. And then your brain does that thing where you're like, whoa, hold on. Like,
And you feel like you got to go catch it.
Yep.
Like, oh shit.
Yes.
Let me because you said earlier, like when you were writing, it took you out of the moment. The songs from way back in the day where I can tell that I like thought of it. I thought of it.
mm-hmm.
Not good. Right? Like I tried to do something. Whereas like being a vessel, it comes to you. And like being a vessel, it's still based on your ego and the things that like you enjoy. Right? Like you're not gonna feel like something's hot unless it's like hot to you.
That's true. Yeah.
Based on your likes and your experiences and everything else. So you can just be in the moment and let it happen. And odds are you're going to really, really enjoy it because it's like based on your ego.
Yeah.
Right. But if you try to like start with like, I'm going to do this thing, like it's a lot harder for me that way.
I feel like that's where we get in the way of
Yes.
whatever the thing is. That's given us the idea. How do
Yeah.
you feel when you know like an idea pops in and you know it's fire? What's like how does your body feel? Like
I just get so fucking excited, bro. Like, yeah, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, we just did this performance where I did the song called Seams, and I have the watch recording. I'm sitting with my cousin. Shout out to John. And we had been listening to beats for like 30 minutes. And like right before, I'm like, bro, we're gonna have to get off this dude's page. I'm not really digging these. And then I hear the beat. Bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum-dum. And I just like mumble this melody through the whole song, right? It's a 2-minute beat. And at the end, you hear me say, yo, I think this is something. Oh my God. And then it took me no time to fill in what the words were because like I just heard it. You know what I'm saying? I'm carving from there.
yeah.
But it's like I heard it and like to witness myself like listening to the recording after the fact, I heard it in my voice afterwards. I was like, "Oh, this is it. This is it." But it's like, this is it for me.
Yeah.
Like, I think this shit is fire. And I'm looking at him like, you can or not.
Yeah.
I do. Now, luckily, you know, aesthetically, he kind of vibes the same way I do. So he's like, yo, I don't know what you were saying, but like that timeline melody is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, yes. That's how I feel, bro.
Yeah, bro. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So what do you got coming down the pipe here? What's you got any projects you're working on? You're releasing anything?
Yeah, so I'll lay out the plan. So I was always thinking like, man, I'm gonna drop like an album. I'm gonna drop like a mixtape. You know, I realized, bro, I don't really listen to anybody's album anymore. Everything is so like moment to moment.
Yeah.
You know, and oftentimes you get an album and you see the stars on the thing, like, oh, these must be the good songs, right? And it's like literally on Apple Music, you know, you get the stars beside the song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna release singles.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, right now I can release a single every 3 weeks of songs that I personally am in love with.
Yeah.
Right. And honestly, it's more of a convenience thing. So now I'll be able to go on the DSPs, the Spotify's, the Apple Music, and play it anywhere. This is still very selfish for me, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So it's like every 3 weeks, I'm dropping one. I love making content, editing videos, and doing all the other stuff. So still very selfish, fun for me. I'll release all of those pieces of IP along with it, and then rinse and repeat. That's 17 or 18 times in a year. So that's what we're doing. Cause like I'm turning 30.
Yeah.
And you know, this is actually an interesting loop. I thought, you know, as a 10-year-old, something would change, and something has, bro.
Tell me what changed.
Oh man, I tapped in.
Bro.
I tapped in with who I am, for real. I tapped in. And I know that the punch in the face isn't gonna kill me.
Yeah.
So fuck it.
Bro, you're the man, dude. Yo, time went by fast as hell. Yeah, we're already at dude. Where can people find you, Paul?
Yo, so Raleigh Records 1, the number 1, Raleigh Records 1 on Instagram. Soon you will be seeing the music as Malibu P on because that's the nickname that they gave me.
Nice.
So I'm glad I didn't come up with my own nickname finally.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they blessed me with that. So you'll be able to find it there on TikTok. It's Raleigh Records 1. We've got different skits coming out. You know, shout out to Asha. We're doing like a TV TikTok show. Absolutely famous.
You are creating, bro. I'm loving this. I'm inspired as fuck, bro. I was tired as hell today, and at this conversation, when we talked before, the energy was coming up.
Yeah, facts.
But this episode, dude, I'm energized as hell.
Well, you shined your light, bro.
I appreciate you.
For real.
And
You're an
did
example
as well.
for me.
Oh shit, dude.
You're an example for me, for real.
I appreciate you, man. One last question before we go. I love to ask all my guests. I've forgot a few times before, but you know the ADHD.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
right?
facts.
But and I want the first thought that comes to your head. What do you think about the most? And I'll get to give you some time to think. I thought of this quote. I think it's actually a Buddha quote. He's like, "You get what you think about the most." So that's how I typically end.
Whoa,
yeah,
that's a heavy fucking question.
Yeah.
You said my first thought, man. I'm sitting there. Oh man, man, it's crazy. I really think I'm like embarrassed to say this, bro, but I really think about my mom, my sister, my dad.
that's good.
Like my brother. Like I think about them first.
Yeah,
because I think those are like some of the first people that I was like looking to make sure I was doing like the right things.
yeah. Why is it embarrassing to say that answer?
Because I feel like the answer should be something else. But right, as an artist,
Yeah,
like I was just saying, you kind of like gotta let it go.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And also, I feel embarrassed because it's also my girl.
Oh no, that's great. That's good.
Like all those things flash into my head right then. That's what I really think about the most, man. And I'm like, yo, should I be thinking about some other shit, bro?
No, I mean,
I don't know.
I think that was a great answer, especially with, I mean, you had so many good thoughts throughout this whole thing. Like your creative process and how you've grown and how you've tapped into yourself and recognizing and checking yourself, surrounding yourself around the right people. This is a classic Fred Talk episode, Paul, and I appreciate you coming on.
Bro, I appreciate you too, man.
Yeah, dude.
Blessings to the guy, bro.
Follow Paul on Instagram and TikTok. What is it? Raleigh Records 1?
Raleigh Records 1.
Raleigh Records 1, Instagram and TikTok. Share my shit. Okay.
Facts.
Share this clip. Share it. Screen record if you have to. I'm giving you guys homework in 2023, baby. Let's grow.
Yeah, let's grow. It costs nothing.
It doesn't.
If you really dig it, just share it.
Yeah, it's easy.
And I hate to be cliche, but I always used to laugh at those posts that's like, man, you're gonna share like some other person's celebrity's thing and they don't know about you. But now that I'm actually like putting stuff out, why do you think this is? Why do you think it's easier to like share Future's album post? Good luck with your album release, Future. You never met him.
Yeah.
I've done it, bro. Throw a a Future post out there. I'm probably gonna retweet it. Why is it easier for me to do that than to support somebody I know?
My first knee-jerk response is that Future's already been validated by the masses, so that gives people like subconscious permission to do that. A lot of people like to like things that a lot of people like because they want to feel like they're in whatever. So
that's
like
real, bro.
And maybe the people closest to you that kind of know you, they're too close to see, like you have an ability to notice talent. I don't think a lot of people have that. So sometimes people need permission to like things.
Yeah.
And I don't even stress too, because like when people share my stuff, I want it to be an organic thing. I don't like to force people to do it, even though it's something we should do as artists. Like, and self-promotion is typically hard. But if I ask once and they don't do it, I get it, bro. I'm not, I don't know what you got on your Instagram story or anything like that.
Right.
And I also understand that thing. Like they're sharing Future and not us because I don't know. It's just.
Maybe it doesn't hit the same for them.
True. That too.
Another thing too is like they might have an identity for you that doesn't match. So it's like you could be up on the you're up in New York, you're killing it on the circuit, and somebody's like, nah, bro, he a wrestler.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And here's another thing that gives me solace in this whole thing. I used to get mad when people didn't see things when I saw it and I tried to tell them. I'd be like, yo, like, I've been talking about this since before it became a fucking meme or whatever.
Nah, that's real.
And now I'm like, bro, if you're unique and you're the dude creating, trying to be original, they're not supposed to get it until it's gotten.
You should feel some like good. You should get some strength off that.
Yeah, yeah. And I think I was getting mad. Maybe that was like a need for validation on my part. But once I let that go, it allowed me to create a lot more and a lot more freely. So that's
why your feet been warm since 2010, bro.
Bro, the Uggs,
bro.
Yes.
Shout out to you,
dude. Uggs, yeah. But when people see me with Uggs on, they're like Tom Brady. I'm like, nah. I got these in 2010. I just bought my second pair in 2020 or something like that. Got them for Christmas.
That's a really good ad for Uggs that they last that long if you take care of them.
Oh, they're great, bro. They're so comfy, they're like warm. Dude, it's yeah.
But that validation thing, that's real. Or like I like you said, permission. Like because everyone else likes it, now I have permission to like it too.
Yeah.
And I definitely know that I've come from that space.
Yeah, I think we all have, right? Yeah. We yeah.
Damn. Good shit, bro.
Yeah, dude, this was awesome. Paul, thank you.
Man, for real, bro.
Share my stuff. Follow Raleigh Records 1 on Instagram and TikTok.
Facts. Love.
Bye.
Peace.